Now, I would like to give floor to Mrs. Anna Mittnerova, who will share her insights on how a system that was developed specifically at University of Chemistry and Technology is now widely used within Czech Euraccess network. Okay, I will now share my screen and launch the presentation.
Good morning to everybody. As was mentioned, I am from the University of Chemistry and Technology, Prague in Czech Republic. Please, next slide. Could you switch on the next slide, Daniela?
Yes, I'm trying to switch to another slide. Now you will be able to see. Now you can be able to.
Yes. In Czech Republic, the Euraccess network is divided into the basic center in Prague. It is national organization, and then in Brno it is regional coverage, and then Euraccess has its part of workplace in each university that covers the whole Czech Republic, and you can see that the University of Chemical Industry is Chemical and Technology is as well member of this Euraccess family in Czech Republic. Please, next slide. And I will share you the experience of our university, how we collect the data of our foreign researchers and how we can help and assist them when they are arriving and staying in our university. We are focused on chemistry and biotechnology, food science, environmental sciences, economic management, and our university is the small one. We consist of 4 faculties and specialized departments, publishing house, dormitories, and dean's offices and rector's offices. And our mission is advance research, educate professionals, foster industry and international collaboration. Because we are a small university, some rectors' offices are centralized for all faculties and specialized departments, and some of them facilitates international collaboration. The most important is Department of International Relations that I am from, and we have 2 sections. One section is focused only for those who are students, mainly bachelor students and master students, and as well for those who are PhD students but don't have any work contract. They are those who are not involved in the research projects. And there is the second part of our department, Welcome Office, and we are assisting to all who are researchers, academics, have the employment contract and who are coming from either third countries or European countries. There are as well dean's offices, HR department, and project center who deal with the foreigners. So there was the need to develop some database or some tool that will facilitate the cooperation between all of us. So please, next slide. And to show you how big we are, we have about 4,370 students, of which 25% are of the foreign nationality. And as regards the staff, we have about 1,000, nearly 300 staff. Part of it is academic staff, research staff, and then as well other staff like administrative staff, technicians. And we have about 10% or 12% of foreign academics and research staff at this moment. Next, please. And as I mentioned, we have at the Department of International Relations student section and the staff section, welcome office, and we assist with the visa and resident permits, with administrative matters, with practical life in Prague, and we as well organize a guided tour of historical sites in Prague and the surrounding area. And those who are working here in our university as well travel for some business trip abroad and internships. So we help them to arrange the visa and all formality connected with their outgoing trips. And we are here as a contact point for foreigners and as well for those from our university who deal with all these foreigners. Next, please. And therefore, there was the needs to develop and design some tool that will help us to communicate. And we started, 7 years ago, and we designed such electronic system. We call it MOBIS, Mobility Information System, and it facilitates communication between the staff of welcome office and incoming foreigner from the start of the planning their arrival, as well, not only when he is here in Czech Republic, but with the foreigner who is at the time of planning in its home country. And then it helped to assist communication for all the time of his stay here till the departure from the Czech Republic. What is very important that this system is connected with our management information system, and it verifies financial resources that are for funding of the foreigner, or if there are no funds, we have to enter that he will be funded from its own sources. If someone wants to invite a foreigner to its department, there is always necessary to have the approvals of 3 very important persons. The first person is the principal investigator or project manager. The second person is the head of this department, and the third person is the dean of faculty. We call them by fun Holy Trinity. And if those 3 persons approve that this foreigner can invite us and stay in our university, then we can continue the process with this foreigner. And this mobility system provides also data for issuing hosting agreement, commitments, and other invitations that we need to deliver to foreigners when they are applying for a visa. And it provides data to HR department because HR department concludes work contract, register the foreigner for social security insurance, income tax, health insurance, and as well we have to report to the labor office in Czech Republic. And what is very, very important is monitoring the expiration of the residence permit in connection with the validity of the employment contract and or other source of funding, and it goes through the notification emails automatically from the system. And this system as well provides the information to our IT department and our occupational safety and health protection department with the information about the arrival of the and length of stay of the foreigner. Because we are chemical university, so occupational safety and health protection is as well a very important issue. Please, next. When we start to design this MOBIS system, we divided the citizens into two groups. As well, the citizens from EU country needs any assistance from us. And the second group are citizens of third countries. And within this group, we as well divided in this third country citizens length of stay, if it is shorter than 90 days or longer than 90 days, because the visa for longer stays are administered by another way. And what is as well very important, the source of financing, if it is financed from UCT Prague or from own sources. And to know about all foreigners who are in our building and laboratories, there are as well monitored short-term visits like lecturers, conferences, those who are coming for summer schools, or really short visits. And as well for those who are not employed in our university but are somewhere from other country, professors and researchers. And the very important category is as well extension of existing stays, because usually the citizens from third country receive a visa for 1 or up to maximum 2 years. So we have to know that the visa will be expiring, and we have to arrange either extension or termination of their stay. Next, please. And in the MOBIS system, there are very important definitions of terms, because it is communication tool not only for our welcome office, but as well for other parts of the UCT Prague and for the foreigner. So foreigner is the person who doesn't hold a Czech passport. I mean, it is clear. Guest is either foreigner who will be employed at UCT Prague, or as well the foreigner who is coming with his own financing, internship or visiting professor or such a person. Host is the employee from UCT who is inviting the foreigner to stay in particular department. And then there are some specific terms, nomination and nominator. We start with the nomination of the guest and into our MOBIS, entering the basic data of the guest and of the host, and the nomination could be done by nominator. It is any person from UCT. It could be either the professor or those person who is inviting the foreigner, or as well his assistant. And the nomination is subject to approval process, and it must be approved by, as I said, the Holy Trinity. And if the nomination is approved, then is next step registration, and it is part of this MOBIS where the foreigner fills his application remotely, and all the data that we need to know from him. In the MOBIS, there are special workflows that are setting up according our needs, and according these workflows, we send, our system sends notification emails to person. And in these notifications, there are information what this person should approve or reject or arrange or expect regarding the specific guest. For example, we have settings You are awaiting your ghost coming in 14 days. Please arrange, and there is what we need arrange. For example, accommodation, arrange a meeting with the HR department, etc. And there is a mobility coordinator who is the person who has the highest access right to the mobiles and who looks at these mobiles because where anywhere if there are people, something can be filled in wrong. So mobility is coordinator is then calling to these people, please correct this issue or etc. So next, please. Next, yes. And this is the, you can see that if someone starts to nominate someone in the mobiles, he can choose from one of the option, and you can see here there are short-term visit or foreigners coming from EU countries, foreigners from the third countries, and we have a special box for foreigners, foreign students that have the small work contracts, because the students usually have the students visa, not the research visa, but we can as well give them small contracts. And what are the data entered in the nomination about the guest? First name, last name, gender, nationality, country of origin, email, private telephone number, and date of birth, education, home institution, purpose of stay, if it is visit, internship, or employment, and a very important period from from which date it is planned to come to UCT Prague. And as well, there are data from the ghost. No, I don't see. There is something, some window on the screen. So, okay. It's all right now. About the host, first name, last name, department of the hosting department that is hosting the foreigner, source of funding, head of this department, and it is everything connected with this manager information system. For us, it's very important that there is automatic workflow that moves questionnaires to superiors to who has to approve or reject or return the information in the MOBIS to correct or approve, and the workflow can send it to second person and ask him to do some action. So please now change to another slide. Please next. Yes, it is only how it looks like. Next slide, please. And now there is systematically written. Nomination upload, host or assistant uploads the notification form. Approval workflow, it is approved from project manager, department head, and the dean of the faculty. And then there is the registration phase. After approval, guest receives access credential via notification email. It was a very crucial point, how to enable to foreigner to access to our system, and therefore we decided to give him access credential, and it is arranged by our IT system, IT departments. And fourth point is guest action, and the guest has to fill out his personal questionnaire, uploads passport, diploma, and other documents we need. And we then generate documentation like a hosting agreement, invitation letter. And before the expecting date of arrival, the HR department is notified. And as well, the department where the host is coming is notified that the host will be coming in, for example, 14 days. And very important is ongoing notification. Notification can be set up according our needs. These emails sends alerts that your contract will terminate soon, your residence permit will terminate soon. You have to extend your stay by extending your residence permit and all the other key events, and it is sent to relevant stakeholders who are in this MOBIS. It is usually this Holy Trinity, and as well to us as a welcome center, welcome office or HR department. There are two other slides. Please, next slide. And it is described what was said. So you can now go to another slide. Next slide, please. And this is the second step procedure that is done by the foreigner. And next slide, please. And there is as well very important to secure all the data. The MOBIS operates exclusively on the intranet of the UCT Prague, and it is part of the management information system. And we users identities are protected via the National Identity Manager EduID. It is the Czech provider of identities. I am not sure if in other countries exists something like in Czech Republic. And users log in using accounts linked to UCT Prague through the EduID system, through this national system. And roles and access rights are assigned as well within the system MOBIS according the user's responsibilities. So next slide, please. And when we start to develop this system, first we started for the only third country researchers, and we want to prepare documents for visa and residence permit through this application and to track expiration of residence permits. But over time, we found out that MOBIS is much more versatile. Now supports extensions and changes of stay purpose, covers these small contracts for master's and bachelor's students. Also makes administration for those who are not a researcher. It was especially when the war in Ukraine outbreak, and a lot of people from Ukraine start to work as well at our university as administrative staff. And it helps as well identify some gaps in documentation, because sometimes it happens that someone doesn't give us residence permit cards, so we can see everything in the MOBIS system. And we can as well have the overview of the number of UCT Prague who are in the certain period in here in Czech Republic and their legal status, and maintain as well documents as our archive. We upload passports, residence cards, visas, diplomas. And next, please. I was involved in a project that was funded by Ministry of Education, and it was within the years 2020 and 2021. And I issued some brochures that can be useful as well for people from Slovakia, because we have a very similar system and the language is as well very similar. But one of this brochure is employment and hosting foreigners in Czech environment is as well in English. And next slide, please. Thank you for your attention, and you can send us questions.